All right, this is Drusev82, Praetor, on our part 5 about the wussification of American children, why bullies aren't that bad, and why kids are miserable little bastards. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Drusev had a very profound monologue the last part talking about the reason that some of these things are happening, what the solution is, and he comes to a very good summation. He says the real problem is we have to change ourselves as individuals. So I said, okay, I'm going to respond to that. I'm going to be a little bit more abrupt. He's very artistic. He really speaks with guff. He speaks with intelligence. I don't really have that ability, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to say that most parents today are horrible. If you're a parent, you're listening, it means you. You are horrible.
Look in the mirror. You're part of the problem.
You should be listening to your kids right now and doing their homework. No, you're listening to us. You're a miserable human being, and you're a horrible person. But if you're going to listen to us, let me explain why. In my opinion, all of these problems, why kids are wusses, why boys will no longer be men, they're going to be androgynous beasts, why kids will always cry when they get punched by a bully, why their dad won't stand up anymore, and why their mom seems to wear more of the pants in their family than their dad does, is all because of the problems at home. Every one of these problems, kids getting dumber, kids being weaker, kids not doing sports, kids not standing up for themselves, all come from no reinforcement at home. And that is because you as parents are not good. You're not doing your job. You think that your job puts food on the table, provide some manner of safety, of shelter, of clothing, and then you truck them onto a bus, a yellow bus, and send them over to a death camp where they have the worst time of their lives, and they try so desperately to ask you for help and guidance, but you're too busy watching YouTube videos, reading Fox News or CNN or whatever the hell it is you're listening to, or listening to this, for instance, and not listening to your kids' problems.
Yeah.
The way you fix all of these problems is you talk to your kid, you tell them, man up.
Yeah.
Right. I have two kids, as you know, Drew. So I have two kids, a daughter and a son.
Yeah.
My daughter,
she's incredibly well behaved, by the way. Just everybody out there listening, kids are.
I will beat the crap out of my kids if they're not.
Well, they're a dream, and yeah. Go on, Praetor.
But the thing is, my son. Okay, my wife has raised my daughter really well. She's quite the lady already at 6 years old. She knows how to be a lady. She knows very nice. She's very respectable. Takes care of herself. She's very honorable. I love her to death. My son is going through that phase now where he's kind of like debating whether or not he's going to be like a boy or a man.
Yeah.
He plays with Barbies with my daughter because so my daughter, when she kind of controls his life. But I'll tell you right now, whenever I talk to my son, I talk to him like I talk to you.
Yeah.
I do. Once in a while, when he's hurting, when he's having a rough time, I'll do the whole high-pitched baby talk kind of thing. Oh, it'll be okay. But when I'm sitting down talking to him, when it's just he and I in the house, and my wife and my daughter are out doing something, and it's he and I, I'll talk to him like I'm talking to you. And if he has a problem, I'll say, here's how you solve it. I'm not going to show him what to do. I'm going to say, let's think about this for a second.
Oh, wow.
Figure out a puzzle. If you can't figure out something, you say, let's figure this out. Let's develop some critical thinking here.
Well, you're touching on something right now, which is, a couple of things that we need to take pieces.
Yeah, well, we'll definitely discuss about this.
Well, you're talking about
you have to be a parent. You have to be more than just providing shelter, providing food, providing a place to live. You have to be a parent. And being a parent does not mean just doing those things, providing material things. You have to be a mentor. You have to provide an example. And even if you are the crappiest example, I'll tell you right now, I am no shining star when it comes to parent. I am no shining star when it comes to a human being, or a man for that instance. But what I'll say is I know what I did was wrong. I know what I did was right. And I can tell my son right now, this is what you're supposed to do. This is how you're supposed to do it. This is how you're supposed to act. This is how you be a gentleman. This is how you have honor, have dignity. Sometimes you're going to get hit in the face. Stand back up. Hits you again, stand back up again. He'll get tired. His fist will hurt. Something will happen, and you'll survive. When you play sports, you're not always going to win. I coached his soccer team. We lost a lot. He was probably the only kid that didn't cry about it. He's like, man, I wish I would have won. But you know what? You got out there and played. You tried. Sometimes this guy's better. It just happens.
Yeah.
Those kids were playing for a long time. I mean, you weren't. They beat you. Life goes on. There's always another day tomorrow. Let's try practicing tomorrow. I just don't believe this false precept that every kid is that special. Every kid might be special to their parents' eyes, but what makes a kid special, what makes someone unique, is what they do with what their character is. And then what they do with their character is how they develop their education, how they develop their own intelligence, how they develop themselves as a human being, as a man or a woman. That is what makes a person unique and special. No kid is unique and special because every kid is being molded. They're not done yet. An adult can be unique and special. A kid is just a mold. You can make them whatever you want. And that's the end of my monologue. We'll go on to part 6 and we'll finish up this section.